Okay, hello everyone.
Hi.
Yes, Lisa's here too. Lisa is driving, but today we're going to share the driving. So we're on our way home from the Cross Stitches of Brisbane retreat.
It's the 2nd of November in Australia.
Yes, and this is the challenge chat for the Cross Stitch Facebook groups. Sorry if it's a little bit wobbly. I'm using Lisa's phone handheld rather than the GoPro, because the GoPro would give you road noise, and hopefully this way you don't get so much road noise. So you get the scenery from the north of Brisbane. We're heading inland this time to avoid the traffic, so you'll get the scenery while we do the challenge chat.
And at the beginning you will have seen the whips that we're planning to use, so you need to refer back to them if you're interested.
Yes.
Hopefully our volume's alright, we can't really test. So what you see is what you get, but we didn't want to miss doing the video, and we thought while we are captive in the car for a 10 or 11 hour drive, we may as well film the challenge chat, and hopefully most of you know our whips well enough now to know what we're talking about, because there's not too many changes in what we've been doing.
Whoa! Sorry. Okay. So for some of you, if the vision makes you feel a bit car sick, maybe don't, just listen to us and don't watch the screen.
Yes.
I'm doing the best I can. Okay, so first off, we'll do two that sort of overlap. So the Daily 30, which is a closed group, their acrostic this month is November 11, so November 1-1, and for Pop Culture Stitching Challenge, theirs is Hello November. So those two would kind of overlap. So
Definitely.
It's the usual thing, either the designer or the pattern name has to start with each of those
Or
letters.
not an item in the whip.
Oh, hang on. Not for the Pop Culture. For Pop Culture, it's pattern name or designer. Let me just go back to the other pictures.
Jenny's having to multitask majorly, because I'm driving and talking, that's my multitasking. And Jenny's videoing and looking up the prompts on her phone.
Okay, I didn't screenshot that bit.
Okay, well, let's just go with designer or pattern and see if it makes sense to us. N.
If you've got any of the Just Nan,
Yeah.
could work for N.
Nightingale.
Yes.
And Nora Corbett.
Yes, Nebby Needle, I think, is another designer.
Yeah. The first thing that popped into my mind was Night Walk Down. So I can't do that because I've been to my Nora. I
Yes,
don't think
any
I can
Nora
do it, but
Corbett.
that's okay.
Well, any Nora Corbett.
Yes, but just
Yes.
thinking about my ribs.
Yes.
Okay. Oh,
I don't think I have anything at
No.
N. I know there's one called O Feathers that Mel from Patchy Pony has
Okay.
just decided not to keep stitching. I think that's the one.
I don't
Is that
know.
the one? I don't know.
I don't know.
She was stitching O Feathers.
maybe she's the one she wants to get finished. Oh, Holy Night.
Yes.
Anything to do with
Oh,
a Christmas tree.
Yes.
I'm not really thinking of any designers off the top of my head, because
No.
we don't have the ability to sort of look at our list or our picture of whips this time. So, okay, V. Veronique Enger.
Yes.
I can do a Veronique Enger because I'm doing it, the treat tree for Veronique Enger. As
Yes.
in my
You
craft.
could also do. I don't know if you've got any of your Victoria samplers on the go.
I don't.
No?
A Victoria sampler would work.
Yes.
And I think there's actually a Mirabilia called Victoria.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
few choices there.
Oh, no, and Veronica.
Veronica, that's what I was thinking about.
Veronica, yes.
But-
It's the girl in the green dress.
yeah, the green dress. I
Yes.
own it, but I haven't started it.
Yes, I think I've got that one too.
E. English anything.
Yes.
Easter.
Easter, yes. Yeah, I need to look at my
I know, so I don't know.
my pattern names, which involves opening yet another tab on my phone. Okay, I'm filming on Lisa's phone and
She's
reading the things off my phone. Okay.
It's all right. We can just flip through if we can't think of it. There's another E coming up.
Oh,
so.
my timeless elegance.
Elegance,
My
there you
Eiffel
go.
Tower.
Ah, she's got E's. Well, that's good.
Yes.
You need two different ones.
Yes, that's true.
So yes, E
Yes.
for those. Well done. E, M.
M. Mirabilia. Debbie Mum.
Midnight Ride.
Yes. Yes.
I'm not coming up with many of my chats here to tell you about. But this is not my driving force. These
Oh,
things,
back
so-
to. Oh no, I finished my Victorian strawberries. Yes.
Okay.
B.
Barbara Bart's, but I could start my Barbara Bart's South American Angel that's meant to take the places of my Nora,
Yes.
but I'm not going to.
Oh, okay. Well, I've got my Beatrix Potter. I also have my. Well, see, my bauble tablecloth doesn't really have like. That's what I call it.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a pattern name,
think
so
you
I
could get
don't
away with
know.
that.
It's a kit by Vivaco,
Vivaco.
Vivaco, but I don't know if that's. I don't think Vivaco is necessarily the designer.
No, but I think the brand name counts.
Yeah.
So B, Barbara,
Yeah.
Barbarella comes to
Yes.
mind.
Yes.
Okay, and Bent Creek.
Yes. Yes.
E we already had,
Yep.
and R.
Yes.
Riola's Kids.
Yes.
Rainbow Anything.
Yeah.
Royal.
Yes. I also I had one. No. I thought I read something that hadn't started. Oh, Reflections of Paris. So
Ah.
any of the ink circles reflections of.
That would fit.
There are lots of those.
Yeah.
We were looking at them last night. There are some more that when I finish my Paris one.
And the 1-1 was for Daily 30, so I think
Yes.
you need to have the number 1 actually visible in your pattern.
Yeah. So any sampler that, or anything with a date. If you manage
Yes,
to put a 1 in
if
it.
you have a 1 in it, which is hard, but okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to the next
Yeah.
one.
And the other word was hello. But
Oh, hello.
yes.
Okay, no, let's move on.
Okay. All right. Okay. So hang on. Back to where I was. Okay. So I'll get rid of that one so I don't get confused and try and do it again. Okay. Down under Divas. This is they're still doing the quest through space. They've done all the planets, so this time they're onto the Milky Way. So the Milky Way is the galaxy that includes our solar system. So you could say it is home. Stitch 2,000 stitches on a piece with a house. Gee, that's going to be so hard for us, Lisa.
I know. Well, I have many ones that I
Me
can fit
too.
into that, but based on what my priorities are for November, there's a couple of pieces I want to try and get finished.
Yes.
The major one is, because I'm now behind on it, is the Village of Hawk Run Hollow.
Yes, and that has
That's houses.
Yes.
So I can do the Village
Yes.
of Hawk Run Hollow because it does have houses in it. So
Yes.
2,000 stitches on that will be great.
Yes. So if I was going to do this challenge, which I probably won't, because 2,000 stitches in a month is really stretching it for me, as we know. But I've got quite a few to choose from. I've got my little house neighbourhood. I've got the Christmas one.
Your mountain, the house on a hill.
Oh, there's the new one I started on Saison. Hang on, back to the other screen. Strawberry Fields has a house, and To All Good Night. That was the Christmas one I was talking about. Yes, so I have a few with houses. Okay, back to next clue, and yeah, that doesn't really need a whole lot of discussion because it's easy. It just happens to be our thing. Okay, there is a supermassive black hole at the centre of the Milky Way, known as Sagittarius A. Stitch 2,000 stitches in black. Well,
Ooh.
for me, if I was going to do it, I would do some more of my hate because I started in black.
Yeah. I could do it on my Train of Dreams because the top is all black
Yes,
easily, but I won't be doing that this month because that's not in my priorities.
right.
Okay, next.
Okay. The Milky Way got its name from an ancient Greek legend where the infant Hercules spilt some milk and it streaked across the sky. Stitch 1,000 stitches in white or on a piece with milk.
Yeah, it's going to be 1,000 stitches on in white. As soon as I heard it was the Milky Way.
Yes.
1,000 stitches in white
Or a
is
piece
not
with silk.
going to fit into my...
Is there something in Macintosh Mill that could potentially be a milk can?
There might be something in Macintosh Mill that is a milk can, which I might be able to get away with, but Melissa is pretty strict.
Right.
So it would have to actually be... I mean, there are milk cows.
Yeah,
but it's not milk.
no.
Like for Melissa, that
yeah.
probably wouldn't pass.
Yeah. For me, probably my best bet would be doing my Deck the Halls, the Caterpillar Cross Stitch Christmas one, because that's got quite a bit of white in it. So that would probably be mine. I don't have anything with anything remotely resembling milk. Okay. For the Milky Way to achieve its current size and shape, it has consumed other galaxies. Stitch 1,000 stitches on a piece that has something you can consume.
Okay, well that's easy. I can either do Blueberry Homecoming berries, or I can do other such things on my Hawk Run Hollow.
Yes,
So-
because I know there's one which we've got one square's got apples and
Yes.
stuff. Well, for me it would probably be Strawberry Fields.
There you go. Lovely.
It's got strawberries. So this one's a bit windy, and I'm only being able to hold the camera with one hand. So, yeah, apologies if we're making you feel a bit.
So for
cast.
anyone who cares, we are heading inland from Caloundra in the Sunshine Coast of Queensland.
Yes.
So it's sort of mid-north on the east coast, currently heading inland towards the west.
So we're going up a hill.
We are over a mountain, obviously.
Yes. Okay. As far as galaxies go, the Milky Way is considered to be medium in size. Stitch 1,000 stitches on a medium-sized piece. An average stitch count of between 100 and 200.
Okay, so I could easily, maybe if I have enough stitches, do Blueberry Homecoming, because
Yes.
it is a medium-sized piece.
Yes. Is Macintosh Mill squeeze in as a medium or is it a large?
I'd have to do the maths.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, and I don't have my list which tells me which ones are
No,
minor.
that's the hardest thing about it, is not having your actual pictures.
En toute saison is possibly a medium. Reflections of Paris, I think, is a medium. Okay. Alright. As we are located in the Milky Way, we cannot take pictures of it in its entirety. It is often represented by artists as a spiral galaxy. Stitch 5,000 pieces on a piece with a spiral.
500 stitches on a piece with a...
Yes, sorry, did I say 1,000?
You said 1,000, yes.
I meant 500, sorry.
500 stitches on a piece with a spiral.
I don't have anything, I don't think.
Nothing's jumping to my mind.
Oh, no, my baubles.
Your baubles
The
do
baubles have spirals.
Yes, you have spirals in your baubles.
And each bauble is about 200, 250 stitches, so if I wanted to, I could do 2 more baubles.
Yeah, I'd have to look at the borders sort of in the blocks of Hawthorne and see if any of them count as a spiral.
Yeah.
All right, so we've swapped methods, and so apologies for the change. We just went through a really windy bit, so Jenny just had to stop for a minute while we went through the windy. So we've taken this opportunity to experiment with you guys about whether we sound better on the GoPro or with earbuds on the phone, and how the visuals are. So now you're on the GoPro, which we know is better visually, but we don't know if it's better sound-wise, so apologies for the difference, but we're going to just continue on. If it's really bad and you're not getting anything from it, just come back next month and we'll be back to normal.
Yes. Okay, so we've just done spiral. So the next one, the Milky Way is an island in a stream of stars. Stitch 500 stitches on a piece with an island.
A piece with an island. I might be okay with Hawkra because I know there's a pond and I think it has a fountain in the middle of it.
Yes.
So that would be a hope for me. Other than that, I don't have any islands springing to my mind.
Not even in your fairy tale town?
No, my fairy tale town wouldn't have an island.
I mean, it's got, because I know it's got the river
It's
all the way
got
along
the
the
river,
bottom.
but I don't
There's
think
nothing.
there's no
Okay.
island. No.
Well, I think I'd be stretching it too. I think the best I would have would be the lily pad that Jeremy Fisher is sitting on in Beatrix Potter.
I guess I could have an island in Amazing Animal Kingdom bookshelf.
Ah.
Maybe I'd have to.
Because
look
with
at-
that big waterfall, yes,
So
yes.
there might be an island there. So there you go, people.
Mm.
But obviously, if you've got an island sort of themed
Yes.
piece, you'd be right.
Or Pretty Little Hawaii,
Yes,
or
something like that.
something like that. Yes. Okay. All right. Next picture. The Milky Way blows massive bubbles of extremely hot gas and energetic particles. These are known as Fermi bubbles. Stitch 500 stitches on a piece with a bubble. I don't think I've got anything with a bubble.
No, but by bubble, I'm instantly thinking bath bubbles,
Yes.
under the water fish bubbles.
Yes.
But I'm also thinking cartoonish style speech bubbles.
Ooh, yes.
So I can't.
Not
think-
that I have anything that.
No, but I'm just
no.
thinking what comes to mind. So there
No.
you go.
Well, I know there's teacup dragon. One of the Randall Spangler dragon ones is the dragon's having a bath, so there would be a bubble bath.
Yes, that's true.
Yes,
There you
that's
go.
the only thing I can think of.
Yeah.
But yes, the good way. Or milkshake have bubbles on the top, and that could then, if you had something with a milkshake, that could do you for the milk and the
That's
bubbles.
true, but you'd have to do lots of stitches, but that's okay.
Well, yes,
more progress on your piece.
yes, okay. Okay, according to scientists, okay, you can tell this is written by a cross stitcher. According to scientists, 7 new stars are born in the galaxy every single year. I think they mean stars.
Yes.
But that's all right. New starts are good too. Stitch 500 stitches on a piece with 7 of the same thing.
Okay, well, I think my Blueberry Homecoming might have 7 people. I'll have to see.
Yeah.
I would imagine there could only be 7. Like, it needs to be 7, not
Yes.
9.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. So I would be right with Cross Stitch Nation because there are 7 ladies
There you
in
go.
Cross Stitch Nation.
Lovely. Okay.
Yes. And I think it we 7 of the same thing. So numbers wouldn't work, letters wouldn't work unless you've got
7 numbers.
only a word.
Yeah.
Okay, the second last one. The Milky Way has a halo of dark matter that makes up at least 90% of its mass. Stitch 500 stitches on a piece with a halo or one that you have completed at least 90%.
Alright, so anything with an angel.
Yes.
But anything I've completed 90%, I could
Yep.
do my Blueberry Homecoming.
Yes.
Because it's probably pretty darn close to 90% done.
Yes. I don't have anything that
No.
that is that close anymore.
No, because you finished them all recently, and go
Yes.
you.
Yes. Okay, alright, and the last one for this is Aboriginal Australians saw the Milky Way as an emu. Stitch 500 stitches on a piece with an emu or any other Australian animal.
Okay, I could do this. One of the pieces I need to try and finish is the one I started at the JK's retreat, which was this retreat piece, and it's got a koala on it.
Yes, and I have my a pattern we got at retreat, way back at the Mittagong retreat. I got the koala Vizcornu, which I haven't even quite finished my first of 4 koalas, so I could work on that.
Lovely.
Okay, so that is all for Down Under Divas.
So, right, so it's not likely to be my total driving force this month, but that's okay. I have my priorities set differently anyway.
Yes. Okay, so this one. Oh, I think Stitching by the Shore does the I Spy.
Yes,
Yes.
I spy.
Because when I did the screenshots, I haven't included the
Yes,
name.
correct.
Okay, so Stitching by the Shore, the I Spy challenge for November. Something with feathers.
Well, obviously a bird.
Anything with
A
bird.
duck, a swan.
Yes.
As for me, I think there's plenty of those on Hawk Run Holiday.
Yes. For me, no, there isn't Jemima Puddle Duck in my Beatrix Potter.
It's a shame.
So but there's chicken. There's a chicken at least next to one of the girls at the top of.
Oh yes, we both have a chicken. Up the top of the neighbourhood.
Yes, Little House Neighbourhood.
There you
Yes,
go.
yes.
Yep.
Okay, next one. A project that makes you think of family. Well, that's easy for me. It would either be Beatrix Potter that I'm stitching for one nephew, or Peaceable Kingdom that I'm stitching for my other nephew.
That's true, but if I was you, I would be thinking of Little House Neighbourhood or Cross Stitch Nation
as
for
my
cross-stitching
stitchy family. Yes. Well, that works too. That works too.
For me, easy Blueberry Homecoming.
Yes.
All the family chipping to pick blueberries.
Yes. Okay. Something that you'd see at the mall.
At the mall, well, that's
Yes.
something you buy, or
Yes.
people.
Yes.
So-
or a fast food joint, or
Yeah,
some kind of shop or something.
some sort of shop. So, yeah, again.
Well, I guess for me that would have to be Cross Stitch Nation, because I'd see my friends. I might see my friends at the mall.
that's true.
I don't really have anything else that would fit for that.
Oh, I think blueberries come in my mind.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Or Strawberry Homecoming, because you could pick. Strawberry Fields. I'm getting mixed up between my pieces and your pieces. Okay. Well, this one we've already covered. Something. Oh no, not quite. Something that starts with N.
Oh, something that starts with
N. So I've had a sneak peek at Lisa's retreat piece for her Stitching in the Mountains retreat in a couple of weeks, and there is a needle in
There
that.
is a needle, so you would be able to do that retreat piece for that
Yes,
prompt.
or anyone with Warriors who is stitching the Notions box.
The Notions box,
You get to stitch needles,
Or the Notions box.
or anybody who's stitching one of the fancy ladies or anything with noses.
Yes, and what came...
And animals would also have noses.
Yes, and I was actually thinking night sky.
Yes.
And the bottom of my hook run blocks has the night sky.
Lots of different ends.
Ends easy, yep.
Because it's anything.
Yep.
So it can be,
Shame you guys can't see out the side. It's a really beautiful property.
yeah, man-made. Yeah, it can be anything. Okay. A checkerboard design. It's a shame you finished Savannah, because the floor in that kind of
Floor was
checkerboard.
checkerboard, yes. I finished Savannah.
I don't think
yeah.
I've got anything.
Not off
really.
the top of my head.
No. Your most veteran project or oldest? Well, for me, that would be my Teresa Wentzler Castle sampler. But,
Yes.
yes, not planning on pulling that out this month.
No,
but
and for me, it's officially is my Celtic Winter,
yes.
but I don't want to pull her out.
Mm.
But I feel that my hawk run could really fit that bill.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Something to do with time. So any seasonal piece, if it's got the different seasons, or if it's labelled as one particular season, I think that would fit in with that prompt.
Well, I'm going to go again for my night sky in hawk run holiday. Time is night.
Yes.
Nighttime.
But also, your Hawk Run Hollow, the different blocks are different times
Of the year.
of the year of the day.
Yeah,
Yes.
True.
Yes. If you had anything with a watch or a clock in it.
Yes. Well, that's what I was thinking about my church.
Yep. Yep.
But,
Okay, the next one, the colour brown.
okay.
Well, that's
Hawk
easy.
run.
Yeah. Something you could make a pie with. Strawberry Fields for me and Blueberry Homecoming for you.
Easy.
Easy. And if you were doing Raspberry Homecoming, you could use that one. If you've got anything with apples,
Yep.
peaches, all the things. Pumpkins.
I was thinking a cow. I was thinking a meat pie.
Oh, well, yes.
Yeah, pumpkin pie is very
Pumpkins.
seasonal in
Yes.
America.
Yes. For anyone who hasn't quite finished their spooky stitching.
Mm-hmm.
2 colours from a sports team uniform or logo.
No, easy. Yeah. it could
Yeah,
be-
you just pick your team and find
Probably
pieces.
put in a picture of your team to prove what colours and yeah.
Yes. Okay, alright. And then the fandom one.
Yep.
Yep, because we've done the acrostic. Okay, fandom. Alright, this month they're doing Disney princesses. Well, not quite. There are 13 official Disney princesses. They are varied and unique. Each of them navigate their story to come out with their happy ending. Along the way, they receive help from people and animals. They each have a sidekick or sidekicks. In addition, each of the princesses has an item that can represent them. One symbol that could trigger you to think of them. These are the integral parts of their story. For this event, the princesses are the focus. We are celebrating them and their happily ever afters. For each princess, you should choose a sidekick or an item. If you choose sidekick, you must have a pattern with that animal person in it. For example, for Ariel, I choose sidekicks. I have a whip with a crab on it. Show a picture of the pattern. And complete my stitches on the pattern. Sorry, I was just switching between screenshots. Yeah. If you choose the item, then your pattern must have the item in it. For Snow White, I choose the item. I stitch on my Disney Goth pattern that has the poison apple. Right. So for each princess, you decide whether you're going to do item or sidekick. And, yeah.
Okay,
so
I don't know if I even could answer half of these. So
it gives you the list.
Oh,
it's
thank
okay.
goodness.
Okay, so for Snow White, obviously the item for Snow White is apple. The sidekicks are the 7 dwarves. Do you know your 7 dwarves, Lisa?
Sleepy, grumpy, bashful.
Yep.
Is there a happy?
Yes.
Okay, hateful.
Dopey.
Yep.
Sneezy.
Yep.
Doc.
Yep.
That's the 7.
There you go.
Yeah, you got 4. Yeah. So yes. Okay. Cinderella. Obviously, the item is
hold
fish.
on. Well,
sorry. Yes.
Okay, I'm going to do the apples in whole front away.
Yes.
So if you had something with a bed in it, you could do the bed and say it's sleepy.
Yeah. I was wondering if I could get away with my cross-stitchination with the 7 people in it.
Yes, I reckon you could get the 7 people being the 7 dwarves.
Yes, because none of them actually have faces, so you can't see if they're smiling or grumpy or whatever.
Yeah, I reckon you could try that.
Yeah.
But you don't do this one anyway. So.
No. Okay, Cinderella, the item is a shoe. Sidekick, Jacques and Gus, who are the mice. So anything with shoes?
Well, my Blueberry Homecoming people are wearing shoes. They all have the exact same pair of black shoes.
Yes, and you actually do see their shoes.
So I would have shoes.
Yes.
And you would have shoes on your cross-stitchination because at least Rachel's wearing shoes.
Yes, and I have already stitched them.
There you go.
Okay, for Aurora, so for her, the item is the spindle. Needle and thread or sewing machine is acceptable, is the little note in brackets. Sidekick, Flora, Sauna and Merryweather were the fairies.
Okay.
So anyone who's doing any of the Mirabilia fairies...
I would be doubling up with stitching my notions box.
I'm doing your needles on that, yeah. Okay, Ariel, item is a fork or a pipe, and sidekick, Flounder the fish, Scuttle the seagull, and Sebastian the crab.
Alright, so I would be doing the sidekick because I think there's fish in Aurora.
Yes, I think so too.
Yeah.
Yes. If I was doing it, I think I'd be struggling for either of those ones for Ariel. Anyway, okay, this one's a bit easier. Belle, item is the rose. Sidekick, Lumiere the candlestick, Mrs. Potts the teapot, and Cogsworth the clock.
Okay, well, you say that's easier.
but not with the pieces you're working on.
Not with the pieces I'm focusing on at the moment. And in fact, just going... It's a shame because Ariel, I could have actually done my mermaid, but I can't because that's not what you do. Like,
oh yes. No, you're not doing them.
You're not doing Ariel.
You're not doing the princess. You're doing her accompaniment.
Exactly. So because I was trying to think, can I throw my mermaid in because I need to get my Mirror Mermaid finished because it was from retreat earlier this year too.
Yes.
I again would have to see if there was a clock on any of the buildings in the village of Auckland Hollow.
Yes.
I don't know if there is. I don't think there is. So I might struggle with that one.
Yes. don't know that I've got anything.
No.
I'm not even sure I've got anything with a rose in it.
Is there any clocks on your buildings in Paris?
No. There's rose windows.
Okay. Well, maybe.
The stained glass window.
Yeah. Okay.
Jasmine, sidekick Raja the tiger, and the item is the genie's lamp.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to do it, but obviously the amazing and looking bookshelf would have a tiger.
Yeah. I don't think I've got anything that would fit either of those.
Oh. Okay. Next.
Pocahontas. Sidekick Flit the hummingbird and Miko the raccoon, and the item is the river.
I've got the river in my fairy tale town.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know. Because Jeremy Fisher sitting on a lily pad, I don't think that's quite enough water to count that it's a river.
Not a river. Yes.
Yes, I think I'd be stretching it for that one. Alright, Mulan. Sidekick Mushu the dragon, Cricky the cricket, and Khan the horse. And the item sword or medal.
Okay, I do sidekick the horse, hawk run hollow.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, I don't think I have anything. No. Okay, alright. Tiana. Sidekick Louis the alligator and Ray the firefly. Item frog or a beignet. I'm not quite sure what that is.
Beignet?
No. Beignet.
Oh, I have heard that, but I don't know what that is.
Let me see if I have enough
Yes, well, I
internet
realise you also
to...
need to get up Victoria's categories.
Okay. We might do that in a separate stretch of
Yes.
video. Okay, computer is thinking.
So what was my options again?
Hang on,
no,
it's coming up.
Okay.
Oh, okay. A beignet is a deep-fried French pastry.
That's when I've heard it. Okay, well, that's going to be a bit
That
hard.
or a frog
Frog. Okay.
is the item.
Yep.
And alligator or firefly as her sidekick.
Ooh.
For me, Jeremy Fisher. He's a frog.
Yeah, look, I'm not seeing any of them jump out at me. There is a frog in Amazing Animal Kingdom bookshelf, but you said I had to stitch on the offsider?
No. It just has to be...
On the piece.
No, yeah, so she's saying stitch on the pattern which has...
Okay, I don't have to stitch on the item.
No.
Oh, good, okay. We're just coming into the town of Kilcoy, people, just as we round off this part. Is that the last one?
No, we've still got one.
Yep,
We've still got 4 more.
Okay, let's keep going in Kilcoy.
So we haven't got through all 13 yet.
Okay.
Okay, Rapunzel. Sidekick, Pascal the chameleon. Item, hairbrush. Can't say I've got either of those.
Again,
things.
Amazing Animal Kingdom bookshelf probably potentially has a chameleon.
Yeah.
I definitely don't have a hairbrush.
Next, Merida. Sidekick, Mum as a bear, or Angus, a horse. We've already talked about horses. Item, bow and arrow. So you probably do horse.
I'll be going the horse.
Yeah. Moana. Now, I haven't seen Moana, so I'm not sure quite how you pronounce these ones. Sidekick. I'm guessing it's a hi is a rooster, and Pua is a pig. Item, boat or oar.
Alright, I have a boat in my fairy tale town.
Yes. Well, I could potentially say that the chicken in my little house neighbourhood is a rooster. Probably the best I'm going to go.
Yep.
Okay, and the last one, Raya. Sidekick, Sisu, who's a dragon, and item, gemstone or heart.
I have a heart on my notions box.
Yes, because it says I heart cross stitch.
Yep.
Yes,
There you go.
that's probably the best.
Now, can I just add to that, as we round up fandom stitches, they have released their next year's challenge topics, and they are doing 2. They are doing Supernatural and Doctor Who.
Oh.
So you can team up into teams on whichever one of those shows you want to be based upon. So if you like Doctor Who or Supernatural, then I recommend check out Fandom so that you have some fun and team energy, if that's what you like, for stitching for 2025. Me personally has decided to go Doctor Who, because I did watch it as a kid and I've actually never watched any of the new ones.
Yeah.
So I've started watching the new ones and I'm thoroughly enjoying it. So I'm going to go Doctor Who because I was in another supernatural group previously.
Yes.
And it still exists.
Yes.
And I don't do it anymore because I got sick of watching Supernatural.
Mhm.
So that's why I'm doing Doctor Who. Which would you do, Jenny?
Well, I didn't really get into the Supernatural one, the group last time. I sort of started and then I couldn't keep up. But yes, I don't know, because like you, yes, I watched Doctor Who when I was younger. Haven't watched it much since. I watched Supernatural for the first, I don't know, maybe two seasons, maybe 3. Haven't watched it since, but I wouldn't mind getting back into that. So I don't know.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Alright guys, continuing on, thought I'd give you a look at my face because Jenny's driving. Hi Jenny! Just for a change. And usually we do Whip Warriors at the front of the video, but since I was driving, we're putting Whip Warriors onto the end of the challenge chat. And as you can see, we've swapped back to the handheld car. Without headphones, so we're doing a 3-way experiment.
Yes.
All right, so thank you for bearing with us unwillingly, and we will get it right so that when I do the next road trip next weekend, I know what to do, okay? Okay, so Whip Warriors. The road trip is finishing up leg 5, and we are currently getting ready to play the Australia's longest golf course, maybe the world's, across the Nullarbor Desert from South Australia to Western Australia. Shout out to Nitty Nat Stitches for charting the golf course for us, and we're going to have great fun playing our way across the golf course. Heads up, there are 2 options going to be presented to you for the golf course. Firstly, you can stitch the kilometres as per the itinerary will say, just like we've been doing. There is no shopping during the golf course as such. So you just stitch your way from one point to another. After 9 holes you camp and you do your check-in at the campground post the same as you normally do. And that's when you will then move on to the second 9 holes. But for those of us who like to be a bit crazy and out there and like a full-on, time-sensitive, pressurized stitching motivation, we will have an option where you can play the golf course by actually posting like on a shopping thread, and the Modmin teams, it's all 5 of us, are going to be on spinning as soon as we can, one of us, to give you what happens. So you're going to tee off, your first ball is going to land on the fairway. So depending on your ride, you're going to do the number of stitches to get onto the fairway, like 50 if you're a hitchhiker, 200 if you're something else, I don't know, without looking at them in front of me. I will do a separate video and tell you about this exactly when we launch it, but I'm just giving you a heads up. Then you might get in the trees, so you then have to post that you've done your first shot and your next shot, and then we let you know the next one, and then we'll let you know if you get out of the trees or you're still in the trees, etc. So you're going to get your way across from golf course to golf course. So really fun, but you will have to be a little bit patient while Modmin gets to rolling the dice. Okay, we have got the word game currently happening. It is a boggle this month in November. So Natasha has posted it. It started yesterday. So you've still got plenty of time to join in and play in the boggle. We have got the Focus and Beat the Modmin will be coming up next weekend, and we will have obviously at the end of the month the Stride and Sell. I think that there might be a riff off or a frenzy happening. Later in the month we will have our annual harvest event.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so the harvest event will be coming, so you can participate in that too, so look forward to joining that. Alright, I'm going to see if I can flick around before I talk about Scattergrease, so you don't have to keep looking at my face and you can look at the beautiful view. I don't know if I can do that while I'm recording, so... Alright, Scattergrease has a twist. This is going to be November and December categories. Because we don't have the need for the prize draw anymore, we don't have to finish up by the middle of December as such. So, yeah, it's really rocky me holding it, sorry. We have got a really cool story. Kudos, shout out to Sandra for coming up with it. Super cool way to finish off this category year. And then for 2025, the dice will start again with everything available. So there is a cute story about the Grinch and Krampus and other people suggesting horrible letters. There is Q, there is Z, and there is X. Plus Santa came to the rescue and threw in U. I think that's the way it is.
Okay.
So Q, U, X, and Z are the letters to use for December and November. You need to find whatever you can in your whip that has one of those letters in it. So for example, a queen has a Q. Or she has a U. Okay? I don't know, you'd have to read the fine print. Can you double up and use her for twice? Obviously not with the same stitches, but possibly for the same, like you might need a different word for the same whip. So check the fine print for that, or ask in the categories chat. That would be the only hard thing I could think of for that. So Jenny, what we're going to do is ask you in your whips. I'm going to go through your whips with you and my whips, and we're going to see what have we got in that whip could fit any of those 4 letters.
Oh, so you don't have to do the animal, man-made, any of that?
Yes, we do.
Oh, okay. So,
But what I'm saying is, with your
pick out
whips,
the things first and then work out what they fit into.
well, maybe, yeah. So, okay, let's start with Reflections of Paris. Q, U, X.
So it's got the Eiffel Tower, Arc de Triomphe, the Louvre. The Louvre has a U.
There you are. Louvre has a U. That would be a man-made item.
Yes.
Okay.
I think that might be the only
For that one. See why I thought-
unless I said it was in French, because then tower in French is tour, T-O-U-R, and that also has a U.
But that would also be the same problem
Well,
as for
yeah,
Louvres.
no, I know.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
but yes, I reckon you could do that if it
No,
was like-
isn't there a travel one?
There is a travel, so yes. So you can possibly get a U for travel.
Yes.
And again, there's no specification. You have to get all the letters. I mean, you get as many as you can.
Yes.
You know, you get points for how many threads for doing, I think, at least 2, or she's written, she might have written her points section down, how many threads and whatever.
Yeah.
But
We might have to be doing some American spellings to get some Z's and things.
we might, but let's see. Okay, so that's your Reflections of Paris.
Yeah.
What your Christmas balls? Christmas.
There's just baubles. There's no.
No, there's nothing.
nothing.
No, nothing.
Well, bauble has a U in it, but we've already used U.
Bauble has a U. Doesn't matter because you can use U for something different.
And that could be for the seasons.
That
or
could be for
holiday
the
months.
season, a Christmas season.
Yes.
Have U for the season, yes.
Yes. What else do I have? So Beatrix Potter.
Your Beatrix Potter has all your little characters.
Yes.
Other-
Benjamin Bunny. Again has a U.
A U, and that's an animal.
Yes.
So your bunny has a U for an animal.
Yes. Mrs. Tiggy Winkle is a hedgehog. Jeremy Fisher. Peter Rabbit. Yeah, that's probably going to be
All
it.
right, Jenny's finding some U's to help us out. She's got about 3 or 4 covered now with U's. All right, is there anything else? A Cross Stitch Nation has people wearing dresses, wearing
That
pants.
names. It says I belong to Shady Trees has a Z.
There's your Z. She has shady tree stitches.
Because yes, we
Yes,
spell
we have
the trees
Z.
with a Z.
So you
Yes.
could use that for to do with humans.
Yes. Or my favourite thing,
Your favourite thing.
hanging out with friends to do stitching.
I was going to say leisure activity.
Yes.
Yes. So there you
all
are.
of the things.
You could, and potentially you could. You couldn't use the same Z for more than one. But
No. So and with that, so that I'm not showing a picture of the pattern, I'd probably have to find a picture of yours
That's
or
fine.
someone who's already finished theirs
with the
to
recharting.
show that it says
Yes.
shady trees across the bottom.
I think you might be able to find a picture of mine.
Yes.
Yes, mauve, taupe. That's
Yeah, you just have to look through the
Yeah.
colour list. In
so
your
okay.
project and
Well, you would have taupe potentially in one of your Wenslers. Could do.
Yes. Definitely mauve. Antique mauve. Antique mauve has
Antique
a Q.
has a Q. Antique mauve.
Yes.
So you could actually, yes, you could do that if you wanted to do
I'm
to either get a Q and a U.
Pay attention here because we're about to. I've just been merrily driving along, but I suddenly looked at the nav man. We're gonna have to turn.
That's your job at the moment. But
I
yes.
know. I'm paying
Yes.
attention. It's all
Alright.
good.
I want to know when our U-turn was. I don't remember it. Remember it was pointing to a U-turn a while back.
I don't
Anyway,
know. Yeah,
we did the U-turn without even noticing.
that might have been going to Toowoomba the other way.
Maybe.
Who knows? Anyway,
We're going this way. We might get home by midnight if we're lucky. All right. So that's all your pieces, pretty much.
well, I mean, I have more, but
No,
that
you're likely
gives
to
me
do.
enough to play with. I think.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So if we're thinking through my pieces that I want to focus on the most, Blueberry Homecoming.
Has a U in blue.
It has a U in
Oh,
blueberry.
there's another colour with a U in it. There
Oh,
you go.
blue.
Yeah.
you were all yelling at us, weren't you?
we got there eventually.
Look, we're multitasking, guys.
Yes,
We're multitasking.
Yes.
Blueberry Homecoming has a U for a blue. Therefore, I could use it for a thing I like. Blueberries. A season. No, we're going to go over the river, over the creek.
Oh
first.
yes.
A U for the river. No, that's not what I'm saying. A U for blueberries.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
What else does it have? I can't probably stretch it to quality time with the family, because that's an adjective.
Yeah.
Q, Z, U.
There's a barn. There's blueberries. There's quilts.
Quilts. Q for the quilts.
Man-made.
Man-made. Yes, man-made item or to do with humans.
Yes.
So I've got two things at least there I can use my
Yep.
Blueberry Homecoming for. My Veronique Inginger treat tree. There is a U and a Q in Veronique,
Yes.
so I can use it for two things.
Yes. And I can't. I know it's a whole bunch of different treats. If you could work out what the names
Here's
of
the
all the
roundabout
treats.
thing we were talking
Yes.
about. Okay, so I would say Veronique would definitely be. She could come into a leisure activity, making gingerbread houses with my friends. Like the
Yes.
treat tree is like a gingerbread house sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yep, I see exactly what our friends were saying about this.
Yes.
We've got to go round and roundabout. We've got to go over a highway, and then we've got to do another roundabout
To get
onto the highway.
the highway going the right direction.
Yes,
Yes.
be heading in the
Okay.
right direction. So
Cool. That's another good sign that we are still going the right way.
we're heading onto the A2 Warrego Highway to Toowoomba. If anyone cares, so you want to go left
Yep.
around this roundabout at the Gatton exit. Sorry for people who are playing along at home that you're getting a little bit of important. Keep going round.
Yep.
This is what our friends, lucky to have locals tell us the way to go so we could
Yeah.
avoid all the horrible north of Brisbane traffic. And here we go, heading to Toowoomba, because we're going home the inland route through Toowoomba and Tamworth to get to my house.
Past her old house to get to
Past
her.
my old house, well, we could detour past my old house, but that would add time, and we're not going to do that.
No, but sort
Literally
of within
past.
the vicinity.
I will be able to point out the vicinity as we go through. Maybe if it's probably too dark by then, who knows? Okay, so back to my whips.
Sorry, yes.
Q,
Okay, now that we've had all of that excitement.
U, X, and Z. All right, Veronique Enginger has got a lot of different types of like petit fours and cakes, and
Petit Four has a U.
Petit Four has a U, so I could use it for that. Again, I'd have to work out what category to fit it into.
Yes.
It's a Christmas thing, so it's a
Yes.
season. There you go.
Yes.
You can use it for the season.
As well as
My favourite thing.
yes.
Leisure activity.
Lots of different lots of different prompts that it could be used for.
Yes.
And from memory, you're a little bit behind on that one.
I am. So it is a focus piece. Like my main goals for November, people, I'm afraid, are going to be Blueberry Homecoming, to get a few more blocks done, as many as possible on my Village of Hawkon Hollow, which we haven't, that's the next one we're going to look at, and to catch up on my Veronique Air, because it needs to get finished by the end of the year. I need to catch up my bedroom Sal by Paddock Lane Designs. Bedroom, none of that helps, but that's why I'm waiting it out.